While trying to get a better sniper rifle at the Black Armory Forges, I stumbled upon this Atalanta-D. It has a thermal scope, high caliber rounds, field prep for a faster reload when crouch, kill clip so I could take advantage of that faster reload, but when compared to my perfect antiope, the one with snapshot kill clip and max range, it doesn't really hold a candle to it. So this begs the question, when it comes to precision SMGs like the antiope or Atalanta-D, is it worth using them if they do not have max range? And my personal answer is going to be no. If they don't have max range, I would rather be using a sidearm or a different type of SMG entirely. What makes precision frame SMGs unique is that precision frame makes the recoil more predictably up and down, and as a result, you can control it better at long distances. The problem is, if the roll on your SMG isn't built for long distance, you're not taking advantage of half of the gun. For example, if we use the max range antiope, it can duel with hand cannons at like 30 meters, which is ridiculous, and you can control the recoil somewhat decently at 30 meters. But if it can't hit 30 meters and it hits something like 24, then at that point, I would rather just use a different archetype entirely, like the trackless waist. It's in adaptive frame, 900 RPM, and as a result, I have to hit less headshots to still get a reasonably fast time to kill. You also have to consider the available perks on each submachine gun. For example, both the antiope and the Atalanta cannot roll quick draw, but the trackless waist can. So if all of them have the same range drop off because of the rolls available, pick the one with quick draw, because that's a faster sniper rifle body shot cleanup, which is probably what you're pairing the SMG with anyway. If you clicked on this video hoping for me to talk about some hidden gem SMG, this isn't really the video for that. You probably thought I was going to say something like the suppressor on the Atalanta makes it have a longer range drop off than the antiope, but that's not the case. The big takeaway I want you guys to get from this video is that you should match the perks of an SMG to the strengths of the frame, and in the case of a precision frame, you almost always want to go for range. This will help you keep an eye on what weapons to acquire as Shadowkeep draws near, because with Shadowkeep brings a new PvP sandbox. For example, the 90 RPM snipers like the Beloved will kill supers, so that means I am definitely going to acquire and get good with the Beloved before Shadowkeep even drops. I'm also going to try my best to get the best possible variant of the Tatara Gaze, just in case Beloved doesn't kill every super in existence. Regardless, both sniper rifles are in the energy slot, so I need to find kinetic weapons that pair well with it. I could just use the last word all the time, but that's an exotic, and what if I need to use a tractor cannon or a Wardcliffe coil? For close range maps like Endless Veil, if I ever see that pop up in the competitive playlist, I'm going to switch to last word or my antiope. For medium range maps, I could still probably get away with last word, but I'd be better off finding myself a perfect spare rations, which is what brings me to the end of the video to say, I'm probably going to farm a spare rations at some point this week. It might be on stream today, but it's definitely going to happen tomorrow. Once I acquire those weapons, my competitive inventory for the next season is going to be pretty scary. In the previous season of PvP, I made the bold prediction that I would be using Rendrix's Broadsword and Lord of Wolves to get me through the competitive ranks all the way to 5500 for this season, Season 7. For Season 8, that's the next season, I'm going to make the prediction that an antiope-d and a Beloved / Tatara's Gaze is going to get me through the entire competitive season. If I end up getting a perfect Tatara Gaze, I'm going to use that because I can switch between multiple of those in my inventory and still have the sniper rifle feel the exact same. If I don't get the perfect Tatara Gaze, then I'm probably just going to use Beloved. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'm just gonna, ramble on for another minute here about nothingness, so if you want to click away, feel free. If you want to listen to me ramble, feel free to stay. Or if you just want to see the end of this Rumble game. I haven't posted in the last 3 days because games kind of getting stale. Kind of seeing One-Eyed Mask a little bit too much, too many AFKers in Rumble and Gambit and other modes that I might want to play. And I will say that my stream has been a really good break of this monotony, but lately I've been getting the exact same questions and my streams are starting to feel very samey. The same questions of, do I think X is going to be good in Shadowkeep, even though there's not enough concrete information to really draw conclusions on it yet? Or how I feel about the state of the game currently, which I feel like I talk about all the time. I dislike how many training wheels are implemented into the game, and I feel like it takes away a lot from player investment, because why try to get better at the game when you could just use a weapon or exotic armor piece that does it for you? But of course, that's just my opinion. Feel free to disagree respectfully in the comment section. It just seems that what I consider the end game of Destiny, which is PvP, which should always pit me against a better opponent to try to outplay in some way by improving myself, I feel like that whole concept has just lost its luster over Forsaken 2 Season 7. Fingers crossed here, hoping that in Shadowkeep and subsequent PvP seasons, that the player returns to having the potential, or at least a bigger gap of potential, to outplay their opponents rather than just feeling helpless. I'll be going live after this video is up on YouTube, so please head over to my Twitch, twitch.tv/camicakes, and talk to me about anything you got going on. What are your plans this week? That sort of thing. Anything but... Hey Cammy, big fan of your content, first stream here. I noticed a trend in Crucible where everybody seems to be running Bottom Tree Striker, a one-eyed mask, and Mountaintop Recluse. Is this strange? I always have fun in the Crucible until about the 3-minute mark when supers come out, and then they chain orbs, and I'm always having to fight a super, and there's not really much me or my teammates can do about it. And I know you're really like off meta and that sort of thing. Are there any sort of tips you could provide?